How's it going today, guys? Today we're bringing you the Glock 17 Gen 4 from Umarex. So this is a pretty cool Glock. It's full licensing from Glock. So right off the bat, you'll see on the front of the package, we're going to have 300 feet per second. So pretty good range of fire, pretty good power. You're going to get the full blowback with this gun. Just like all other CO2 powered guns, it's going to take a 12 gram CO2 cartridge. You're going to be shooting the steel BBs. The magazine itself is going to be holding 18 rounds. You'll have a full-size drop-free magazine, full metal slide, Picatinny rail at the bottom to mount a flashlight or a laser. Let's go ahead and flip this over onto the back here. So you'll see at the bottom there I have the branding Glock 17. This one, like I said before, this is the Gen 4 model. So this is what the packaging is going to look like when you purchase one. It's a pretty nice packaging. We have one that we already opened up and took out, and it comes with this booklet here. So it's going to be your manual, kind of give you a rundown of the gun, you know, just kind of basic information, how to operate it, what it looks like, stuff of that nature. Pretty cool information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side, and we'll go ahead and bring out what it looks like outside the packaging. So this is going to be it, guys. This is the Glock 17 Gen 4. Really cool, spot on. I mean, you can see it's got the sights on there. Got the full magazine well right there. That's what it looks like when the slide's racked back. Kind of give you a all-around view. When you go ahead and drop out the magazine, you can see all the way through to the bottom there. It's clear. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at our magazine. So you're going to have the dimples here on the back of the mag to show you they're faux, but it's kind of, you know, realistic as to the point of what you would have on the back of an actual Glock magazine. On the bottom here, there's a little circle nodule. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. So what I do, I have a little poker, so all you do is you poke that and this pops off, and this is going to allow you to access your CO2. So it comes with a little Allen wrench. You put it in there, screw it counterclockwise to get that off, drop in your CO2, screw it on to the right, and you'll hear it pressurize. And then after that, all we're going to do is we're going to take this bottom part here, again officially licensed by Glock. See if I can put this on the right way. There we go. And that little dimple right there is going to pop into that hole, and that's going to hold that in place. So for comparison wise, got your magazine in there, full metal slide at the top. For our comparison today, we got something really cool. We actually have the Glock 17 Gen 4 handgun with us. So as you guys can tell, well, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but they're both spot on the same gun. Like I said, this BB gun that we have here from Umarex is fully licensed Glock. So as you'll be able to tell, bottom looks the same. The only difference is going to kind of give things away a little bit, if somebody even gets close enough to notice, is where you'd have your serial numbers on the real one. We have your safety and fire switch. So this is going to manipulate back and forth, so that way, you know, you could be safe when you have it loaded with BBs. On the bottom here of the trigger guard, you'll have your writing saying that this is not a toy. On the bottom of the magazines, it's pretty cool. They look exactly the same. Got the Glock insignia there at the bottom. If you turn these around, everything's going to be spot on. Put them side by side on the table. It's pretty easy to get mixed up as to which one's the BB gun and which one's the real gun. So let's go ahead and drop the magazine out of this one. This is going to be the BB gun magazine right here. And this is the real handgun magazine. So like I was saying, guys, the realism on this is spot on. I mean, really, literally the only thing that's going to give this away is you have your air hole right there for, you know, chambering your CO2, your compressed air. But aside from that, Everything lines up to be the same. You're going to have the same holes on the back of the magazines to show you. I mean, this one's going to be functional, obviously. It'll show you how many rounds you have chambered in your magazine. But aside from that, let's go ahead and rack this back. So here we go. We got the actual handgun itself racked back. Let me see if I can get that into frame for you guys. We got the BB gun racked back. I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's as good as it's going to get. I mean, if you're looking for something that's going to give you that realism, that, you know, authentic feel, the weight, the look, the way they sound when you rack the slide back, the way they look when the slides are racked back, I mean, you're going to have a great time with this. So just for comparison, I want to show you guys that. Let me go ahead and put the magazine in and you can listen to see how it sounds. So we can put, I did it guys. I put the real magazine into the BB gun Glock. So that's what this is going to sound like. Alright, let's go ahead and put magazine in the real gun. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. Again, give you another little side-by-side view there. Literally identical. So much so that I put the wrong magazine in a different gun. So let's go ahead and put this one to the side. We're working with the BB gun here. So like I said, I won't take this off. I already have a C02 magazine loaded up, but like I said, that's how you're going to go ahead and do it. You're going to put the tip of the C02 going straight down into there, and this just screws on with your Allen key right there, and then this bad boy just slides right on. And then to load it, what you're going to do, you'll notice there's a little spring right here, a little knob. You can kind of catch that on your fingernail. You pull it all the way down to the bottom, and it's going to catch right there on the side, right in that nook. And then once you have the BBs loaded, you can just press it, and it's going to pressurize on those BBs. So for today's purposes, I brought some BBs and a whole bunch of other attachments. See if I can get this dumped out. Actually, before we do that, before we get it loaded up, another thing that's really cool about this gun is, as you can see right here, stock, you're just working with this hand grip that's already integrated onto the bottom of the gun, which is cool, right? But another thing that Umarex does that I think really separates this gun from a lot of other guns is they give you different backing plates. So that way, if you wanted something that was a little bit skinnier or more slender, you could pop that on. Or if you have a bigger hand and you wanted something fatter and thicker to kind of, you know, really wrap your hand around, it's going to make it feel better for you, we have that. Comes included in the packaging. And to show you, there's a little pin on the side on the back here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's going to go right there, and it goes through to the other side as well. So we already have this one popped out about halfway. So this pin that's in the back of the handle is actually a smaller pin, and they provide you with a larger pin, because when you put that grip over the back of the gun, it's going to be a little bit thicker, so you're going to need a bigger pin to secure that to the back. So I brought some Gerber pliers here, and all I'm going to do, I'm going to latch onto it right there, and it just pops right out. That's it. So let's see which one we will do. Let's go smaller. Let's see what happens when you put the smaller grip. So all you're going to do, this bottom part here with the holes, that's going to get attached right to the bottom, and then just clips right over top, just like that. And then what we'll do, we'll go ahead and we'll take a bigger size pin right there, right? And just give it a little bit of a little push there, and it slides right on in. So for this purpose, I won't go ahead and slide it all the way in, but just to show you how it's interchangeable now, it takes a little bit more effort for me to get my hand all the way around. So for me, not the most comfortable thing, but like I said, if you're a guy out there and you have, you know, a bigger set of hands and you really want to kind of extend that grip, this will do it for you. And as you can see, it's quite seamless. I mean, looks like that's the way the gun comes. Cool thing I will say about when you add that gripple in there, which the standard gun when you first get it out of the box doesn't come with, is you get that Glock insignia. And to me, I think that's probably one of the coolest things. You're gonna get that already on the side of the hand grips. You'll have it on this side here, and then if we flip it on the other side, nothing on the other side, but it'll say officially licensed by Glock, product of Glock. But I think that's another cool added feature that you have if you decided you want to go ahead and pop one of these hand grips on there. I mean, just another attention to detail aspect that's gonna, you know, it really makes it part of the experience when you have something and they're like, wow, you know, that's Glock. Everything looks like Glock. And then for the other gun, as you can tell, even on our actual handgun Glock that we have, it doesn't even have that. So I'm sure, I don't know whether this gun came with extra grips or not, but same type of concept. It's got the pin in the side there, and you know, you could knock that out and put a bigger pin if you wanted to, you know, extend some hand grip action on there. So we pulled out the grip. This pops right off, right? And then we'll just go ahead, for the purposes of the video, put our smaller pin back in there, and boom, seamless. So I just kind of want to show you guys how you could outfit it if that was something you potentially wanted to do. Like I said, it all depends on preference. You know, if you like the way the gun comes out of the box and it feels good in your hands and you don't really see a need to put anything additional on there, you don't have to. It's just there if you like, or if you like the Glock insignia and you're like, hey, you know, I want to have that because it's going to give it some extra flair, you can go ahead and do that too. So I'll go ahead and put that to the side. This is our magazine, like I showed you how to compress the spring. It's going to catch down here on the back right corner. There's a little cutout notch, and that's what's going to allow you to keep your spring fully depressed. So on the box, this says this holds 18 rounds. So we'll go ahead and see if we can get 18 in there. So it's really cool and convenient, nice and easy. You got a little cutout hole right there in the mag towards the bottom, and all you do, you just boop, drop your BBs in. So let's go ahead and get this thing loaded up. I'm sure if you came across the speed feeder for BBs, it would make it that much quicker. But since we're in no hurry, a couple at a time will do us just fine. So now we have fully loaded magazine. Got all of our BBs in there. We got the first round at the top. What I'm going to go ahead and do is depress the spring. Now it has tension on that row of BBs, and you can see they're all stacked up in there. So what I like to do when I put a fresh magazine in, I like to pull the slide back, and what I do is I put the side catch up, so that way it's going to stay locked back. You know, just like on the real thing, when you have it open, you'll see all the way through to the bottom of the gun where your magazine's going to go, right up in here in the hole. Very cool. And then if you release that slide catch, it's going to go ahead and pop forward for you. But we'll go ahead and leave it back, right? So like I said, we got BBs in here. We got it aired up. Let's go ahead and see it cycle. So I have a little box here that I'll just go ahead and fire into, and we'll see what the blowback action is like on this. I said, guys, quite snappy. See if you can get it from the other direction, see what it looks like. And just like on the real deal, guys, when you're empty, the slide will stay locked back. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's review of the Umarex Glock 17 Gen 4. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more videos.